World War II had ended. Cities were destroyed. Millions were dead. But beneath the silence of the peace, a new and much colder war had started. This war wasn't fought with bullets. It was fought with intelligence, information, and technology. The United States and the Soviet Union were preparing for a race to control the future. To win this race, America created a secret mission. Its codename was Project Paperclip. This project would bring some of the most brilliant scientists to America, even though many of them had worked for Nazi Germany. Germany had advanced technology during the war. They had rockets, jet engines, missiles, chemical research, and many kinds of experimental weapons. America realized that if the Soviet Union captured these scientists first, the balance of world power would change. So the United States made a decision. They must find these scientists, capture them, clean their records, and secretly bring them to America. This was not just recruitment, it was a competition for minds. Right after the war, both American and Soviet forces rushed into Germany. They were not only capturing land, they were capturing laboratories, blueprints, factories, and the scientists who worked inside them. Many German scientists feared the Soviets. They believed America would treat them better. So when the US Army offered safety, money, and a new life, many of them agreed. The US began interviewing hundreds of scientists, selecting only the ones with highest intelligence and rare skills. More than 1,600 scientists were chosen for Project Paperclip. Some were physicists, some engineers, some chemists. Many had worked directly for Adolf Hitler's military projects. Some had designed deadly weapons. Some had worked in places where prisoners were used for forced labor. This was the darkest part of the project. The US government knew these scientists had a troubling past, but in the Cold War, skills seemed more important than morality. To bring these scientists to America legally, their personal files needed to look clean. So the US government changed their documents. They removed Nazi connections. They erased any records that could cause problems. They made new identities. And then, under total secrecy, German scientists were flown to the United States. Their families joined later. Most Americans had no idea that former Nazi scientists were now living and working inside the country. The most famous scientist of Project Paperclip was Wernher von Braun. He was a genius in rocketry. He had built the V-2 rocket for Nazi Germany, one of the most advanced rockets of the time. But now, he worked for the United States. He trained American engineers. He built better rockets. His ideas pushed America far ahead of the Soviet Union. Years later, it was von Braun's team that helped land humans on the moon. Inside American laboratories and military bases, these scientists started developing new technologies. They worked on missile guidance. They improved aircraft engines. They created early computer systems. Some worked for the CIA and US Army. Some directly helped establish NASA. Within a decade, America's military strength multiplied, and the world slowly understood that a new superpower was rising. In the 1950s, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite. This shocked America. The United States now pushed even harder. Paperclip scientists guided the US to build stronger rockets, faster spacecraft, and better technologies. Their research led to the Mercury missions, the Gemini missions, and finally the Apollo program. In 1969, when astronaut Neil Armstrong took his first step on the moon, Project Paperclip was standing quietly behind that success. But every success came with a question. Was it right to use scientists who had worked for a brutal regime? Was it acceptable to ignore their past because their knowledge was useful? Many families affected by the war spoke against it. They believed the project rewarded people who had caused suffering. Others argued that these scientists helped save America in the Cold War. This debate continues even today. Project Paperclip changed the world permanently. It helped America build advanced weapons, satellites, missiles, and space technology. It shaped the early years of NASA. It influenced modern science, engineering, and even medicine. Some parts of the project remain classified. Some files were destroyed. But enough information has come out to show the project's massive impact. Project Paperclip is a story of ambition, fear, and power. It shows how far nations will go to win the future. It also reminds us that history is not just light or darkness. Sometimes it is a complicated mixture of both. The scientists of Project Paperclip changed humanity's path, but the moral weight of their past still hangs in the air. This is the legacy of one of the most secret and controversial missions in American history.